What is up, guys? Zach Scott here playing God of War, and I cannot think of anything else I need to do before we continue the story and end the game.
Go. I can't believe we're gonna see the giants.
Here we go.
If things work according to plan.
Yes, if things work according to
Go
plan.
ahead, walk in Jotunheim and we'll be on our way.
I want to thank you guys for all of your support on this series. Thousands of likes spread across all the episodes. All the new subscribers who came in due to this series, thank you so much. And I hope this is going to be a blast ending this. Prepare for, after this is over, prepare for like a funny montage. It's going to be great. So now we're going to Jotunheim. I skipped it, but here we go. We got it because we turned this whole place upside down. Lock it in. Let's go. I am powerful. I'm level 9. Let's see what happens.
Ahead. Get ready.
Get ready. Get ready.
Right. Got him.
All right.
Let's hope this doesn't cause you to explode or anything.
Yeah, for real.
Consider that. Maybe we should talk about this a bit more.
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We're good.
Ready?
If he explodes, I'm gonna laugh.
That's unpleasant.
Figure it out.
Now, boy.
Oh my gosh. Such power. Is he alive? Are you...
You
Mimiri,
must be close.
are you alive?
Well, what are we waiting for? Think it's far?
We will see.
Mimir, are you okay, dude? Speak. He's blinking. Is he in a coma? What is... Oh my gosh. Hope he's
A word,
okay.
please, before we continue.
Yeah, there he goes. Yes, one more word. Severed head.
Listen, the last thing you two need up there's a decomposing heat ruining the moment. Why don't I wait for you
Heed.
here? This is between you and the boy.
True. But if someone were to
My
fight,
lady sips soft, perfect sloshers.
Oh, Jesus.
You done did it.
Sorry. We had to see this.
Emotional.
Oh, no. No, 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 no. Fine, damn it. Fine.
watch the head till we return.
Just
I can do this. No, I can't.
Okay.
Ready?
Here we go. I mean,
Come.
if I were them, I would step at least in like a few feet into Jotunheim and look around. I mean, just to say that I've been here, right? Here we go to find Jotunheim's highest peak.
I have plans for you.
Oh, goat boy. Well, here we go. We're climbing the path. Boy, you still here? Okay, good. Well, hey, don't get ahead of me. I want to see it first. Let us do this. Let us have some fun. Let us place the ashes. We still got the ashes, right? I think we're gonna do that. We've already beaten Baldur. Could there be another boss? What lies ahead? I don't know. Oh, it's bright. Oh god, my eyes, my eyes. Oh, here we are.
Look! We're on the giant's fingers. I can see the highest peak ahead. Right over there.
Okay, then let's do
We
it.
did it.
Almost. Let's actually do it though.
We did.
Take it all in. We are in Jotunheim. Oh, I took off my
What are you doing?
gauntlets.
I have nothing more to hide.
Here we go. The chains.
Can we go now? We're so close.
The boy doesn't even care. I thought this would be
Boy.
a big revelation for you, boy. Oh, he gets to carry it. He's come so far.
Carrier.
Touching. Man, I'm gonna tear up. Ooh. All right. I don't even have a dad, and they communicated this whole father and son bond thing perfectly that I get it, I think. Oh, man. Let's go.
Boy.
It's nothing. I just thought I'd hear voices by now.
Ooh. All right, hold it in, Zach. No tears. All right, here we go.
Hello? Anybody here?
Boy, what are you doing, dude? What is this?
What is this place?
They must have all come through here when they left Midgard. What was left of them.
Look at all the decorations.
Why carve all these faces?
What if this is all of the giants that got out of Midgard alive? Not really many at all. Odin and Thor, ruining everything for everybody.
All right, let's they all look sad. The faces look. Let's take a break. Let's sit at the bench here.
Huh. Who's the guardian?
Me. It's me. No, I don't know. I got the chains on my the outside of my gauntlets.
I should feel them, but I don't. This place is dead. What happened to them? Why'd Mom send us here?
One question is answered and two more take its place.
39 XP. Oh yeah. I need that now. I get like thousands of XP doing Niflheim. This is me like 30. Whoa!
Wait! Father! Something's happening.
You touched it. What am I looking at?
It's your axe.
Oh, that's it?
It's Muller. Look. She's arguing with a bunch of giants. She knew giants?
I don't know. I mean, maybe Kratos knows, but I don't know.
That's us. The first time we met the world serpent.
What?
But how? And our fight with Baldur. But that just happened. Wait. They knew everything that was going to happen. The dragon in the mountain, the stone mason, all these drawings. This is our story.
No. This is your story.
But what does it all mean?
That I was not the only parent with secrets.
You didn't know. She was a giant.
Who was a giant?
I'm a giant.
A what? Really? Awful small
Why
for a
didn't you tell
giant.
us?
She sent us here, knowing we would find this.
It's like a prophecy.
Why not just tell us the truth?
Your mother would have had good reasons. Baldur was never sent to find me. He was tracking her all along, not knowing she was only ashes.
If she had a
Wow.
plan for us, I trust it. Whatever it is. Besides, she hasn't been wrong yet.
Anything
Come on.
else behind here?
We're so close to the end now.
Yeah, what is behind here? Hold up.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What? Let's not do that. Don't want those things in my orifices. What the hell? Alright, wow. So, one, okay. Mother visits the giants or whatevs. What's going on up here? I wish I was better at understanding this stuff. The boy fires arrows. Who's that shooting at us? Him and a dragon, I guess? What's going on up here? The boy, man, I don't even know. Someone's dead. And then good God, whatever the hell is happening behind here. And then, who this? Is this the boy as an adult walking forward? I don't know. But fate, you know, etc., etc., is a lie told by the gods or something. Let's go. I don't know. Here we go. Eventually, I'm gonna have to start calling him man.
It's Mother's. She was here. She saw every step we took before we took it. Like she was always with us.
Crazy.
Watching over us. Leading us home. Let's finish it.
All right, sure. Here we go. Let's finish this off. I don't know how long this episode's gonna be, but I'm gonna have some fun. What? Look at all these giants taking naps. Or they're dead. But this place is great, regardless of the death. Good Lord. So he's a giant?
Father.
No. We do it together,
There we go.
son.
Father-son bonding experience here. At least he grew up pretty quick. Became more mature. I have no words for this splendor.
Goodbye, Faye.
I love you, Mom. The giants. They really are all gone. There's nothing for us here.
Come.
So, I get that Mother was a giant, which makes me part giant and part god.
And part mortal.
Right. I guess there's just one thing I don't understand. My name on the wall. The giants called me... Loki?
Oh, God.
Loki.
The god of mischief?
That's the name your mother wanted for you when you were born. She must have called you that to her people.
But why?
A question for another day. Let us go home.
Now, low key, this is why I play video games. Moments like these make me tingle inside. You know, make me feel alive. Mother's ashes complete. That's a lot of XP. All right, yeah, sure. Let's go home. The journey home. Return to Tears Simple. Nothing bad will happen now, right?
Guess it all makes sense now. Why she want to end up here? Be with her kind? But did she know it was going to be like this here? Is this what she wanted us to see? Did she want us to tell the people? Or keep it a secret?
I do not know.
So what should we do?
I trust you to decide that.
Oh,
So, I love that the credits are part of the
why'd you want to
gameplay.
name me Atreus? I know it can't be for a god.
No. He was a soldier. A Spartan.
A great warrior?
All Spartans are great warriors. We trained from birth. Our lives were discipline, duty, battle, and death. Life was grim, and we greeted it grimly. But Atreus of Sparta was unlike the rest of us. He wore a smile even in the worst of times. He was happy. He inspired us to hope that though we were machines of war, yet there was humanity in us. Goodness. When the day came for him to lay down his life in battle, his sacrifice saved countless others and turned the tide in our favor. I carried him home on his shield and buried him with all the honors of Spartan custom. His memory was a comfort in dark times.
Wow, you actually told a good story. We missed it.
No. There was a frog and he sank in the lake. The end. Those are my kind of stories. Oh, wow. So, I mean, I love that the credits are going off right now. Let's go back down. What's so cool that they're part of the story. I mean, I stick around for the credits. Now, normally I just stick around and talk. But now I'm sticking around talking and playing at the same
I understand if you
time.
want to go home, but maybe helping people was part of why Mom sent us out here, too. I mean, what would Atreus of Sparta do?
And what would Loki do?
Oh, yeah. What would Loki do?
That's a weird name. I'm glad we went with yours.
Wow. I mean, I would give this game a 10 out of 10. I don't usually give reviews. I mean, I'm not like a game reviewer, but I have opinions like everyone else. Opinions are like belly buttons. Everyone has them.
Lads, am I glad to see you. I believe I've reached my limit for dwarven charm.
What happened, Mimir?
They took an uncomfortable number of measurements and then proceeded to bicker about the weather.
Where do you want us to take you?
How about the warm confines of anywhere bloody else?
All right, let's go back to, how about Midgard? Explore with Atreus. Continue exploring. Complete dwarven favors. Free dragons. Travel to... I've done those things. Find new items in the shop. Get powerful equipment. I've already done those things. I've done those things, guys. But thanks to your comments. Now I read the comments. You guys have said that there is a secret ending, and so I'm gonna go do it. I've known about this. I don't like spoilers, but at the same time, I appreciate knowing about this, because otherwise I would have been like, what do I do?
Before we return to Midgard, I should warn you. More time has passed than you likely realize. The snowfall that began when you slew Baldur, it's become something else.
What?
The stuff of omens.
What?
For the coming of winter.
Not just any winter, but a great winter to span 3 summers.
What?
And when it's done, Ragnarok begins.
See, I hadn't known
Ragnarok.
this.
From snow.
Aye, snow. Lots more snow. And then the end of the bloody world. In that approximate order.
Another prophecy.
No, brother. Prophecy doesn't expect this for 100 more winters at least. You've changed something.
I'm telling you, it's Fimbulwinter. I can feel it in my scrot. This is the big one.
Stop saying that. Oh, you're making me very nervous. It was bound to snow sooner or later.
That ain't just snow, and you know it. It's the end times.
How dare you make me the voice of reason?
Guys?
Just discussing the weather. Bit of a cold snap lately.
Oh,
What
wow.
he means is, Fimbulwinter's upon us, boys. The winter to end all winters. I can feel it in my scrot.
Yeah. we heard.
So if you're heading home, Try to keep moving, and also to not die.
Or if you're not heading home, same advice.
So, I think we should head home. I do want to head home. I want to take a look out here first. I want to see what Fimbulwinter's all about. Holy God. It definitely is snowier. Is the world serpent here? I mean, he was quite helpful. And did the other thing ever show up? It is snowing for sure.Hold up. Let's look at the map. So, I'm missing a realm tear. There's like just like a couple artifacts, a couple of lore markers, a couple of ravens, like a couple of chests, and then a realm tear somewhere. I don't know where. I left the realm tears kind of behind a little bit in some cases, so it's very possible there's just a realm tear hanging out somewhere. I don't know where. But again, like I said, throughout the I did not have a plan going in of 100%. Jotunheim is here. I mean, I got Muspelheim, Nilfheim, Helheim, and Alfheim 100%. Maybe eventually I'll get this 100%. I'm not going to do it on today's video. This is the ending video. We're going to move forward. I am curious, did we light all of the things? I guess we did. Did we light? Let's look at the goals or favors or journey or what the hell ever. Favors. We've done all the favors. Labors. The Eyes of Odin. Kill. Treasure maps and artifacts. I think we're good. I think we've done like everything that we can do. I think we've lit all of the things, haven't we? All the fires. Anyway, hey, let's go forward. I want to return home. I want to see what home is like right now. To go home, obviously we can take the fast travel. Is the world serpent just gone? I want to go check out and see if the world serpent is still in that area or not. I know, like last episode, I spent a long time making like a world serpent thumbnail, but we actually had something more important to focus on the thumbnail, which was the Baldur fight. So I'm going to show you guys the real ending, according to the comments that I saw. And I do appreciate you leaving those comments, letting me know, because I maybe wouldn't have known. The world serpent is just not here. And I gotta be okay with that.
You never told us what Magni and Modi had to do with Hrungnir.
Oh, yes. Well, what happened after Hrungnir fell slain upon Thor was that nobody in the court could get the stone body off of him. Thor was no use at this point, his brain rattled, his breath shallow, but none of Odin's men were nearly strong enough to help. Then enter little Magni and Modi, no taller than shrubs. And while nobody but myself was looking, they flipped over Hrungnir's corpse and freed their father. Magni, being blonder, got all the credit, and Modi remained bitter about it from that day to the end, which I don't need to tell you about.
Well, that was a very cool story. I am now... Do I go here? Is this... Here, let's go here. Maybe this is the way. Now, I know I got more ravens. I know I got a few treasures or artifacts or whatever, but the most important thing is that I've upgraded myself all the way to level 9. I mean, if I do 100% platinum complete this game or whatever the heck it's called on PS4, I'll let you know. But I'm going to travel back home for what I believe is a secret ending. So let's do that. Winter is among us. I love this game. I cannot wait for a sequel. I'll take even some DLC if I can, but we probably won't. Who knows? This is like a shining example of like one of those perfect single player games that comes around every like once a year, you know. We got like Uncharted 4, this game. I mean, gosh, there's so many. The Last of Us. I'm trying to just think of them, but now my mind, a bunch of Telltale games, a ton of Nintendo games, of course. Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. These games are games that I consider perfect, and I played this game because I heard it was good. It's better than I expected. I don't know how else to communicate that. When I first started playing it, I'm like, yeah, this is good. But then, like, I really got into it, really got into the story, really starting to feel the feels. The father-son vibe. I'm sold. This is a 10 out of 10 game. And I'm so glad you guys are here to experience it with me. And this is a game, I mean, the grind, I can't, at first I wasn't, once I understood, okay, restart. At first, I'm throwing, my mind's scattered. At first I wasn't like super into the combat, I thought it was just okay. But man, it grew on me so quick. And once I got to Niflheim and Muspelheim, it was just, I mean, it all clicked, it all fell into place, and the combat now is amazing. This game has just done so much. It just has grown into a 10 out of 10 game.
We're finally home. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Bit drafty, maybe. It's a right improvement over having tree bark in your Tadger.
I don't know what a Tadger is. So let's head home. Here we go.
Time to rest.
I'm gonna sleep through winter.
Hopefully, right? So the boy and I are gonna rest. We have like a coal pit here. We got like the grossest sheets.
This'll do.
Yeah, what do we do with Mimir, man?
Sleep.
Way ahead of you.
Let's keep our armor on, though. And did I just roll over on Mimir? Who knows? Years later. just years later.
What was that?
The ball.
Oh my god. Years later. No one's messed with us for years? Holy crap. Who the hell is this? My gosh. Now is that Thor? Now that was an ending. Am I right or am I right? And these are the long, I guess, official credits. We already saw some credits, but these, I mean, that is scrolling slowly. I'm not sure what else to say, guys. I got everything I could off my chest. I've been playing for so long. I've been grinding for so long. The guys who did the narrative, fantastic. The story guy is fantastic. I'm trying to think, like, how do I want? I mean, let's rehash it, right? When I first started playing God of War, I knew it was like the next big AAA game, right? And I started playing it. I'm like, yeah, this is a big AAA game. I'm talking like maybe like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, something like that. But then it grew on me in such a weird way because it's not that this game was like doing really well on my channel, but I was just really feeling it when I was playing it, you know what I mean? I was just like, this is a game that I need to play, that I need to complete. This is a game that I'm gonna regret if I don't complete it. This is a game that I will regret not playing because this is a monumental game of the year, 2018. This is a story that needs to be told, that needs to be played, that needs to be seen, that needs to be heard, all that stuff. And so I checked it out, and I kept checking it out. And then I got curious about the depth of this game and the combat and the armor and the story, and I really just sunk my teeth into it. Sometimes I play games because they do really well on my channel and the people demand more and I see the views come in. This game doesn't, in terms of performance on my channel, doesn't do as well as some of the other games that I play. But this is a game that I really started playing because it resonated with me. Like, sure, some of the things were a little repetitive at times, but the story grew on me, the characters grew on me, and then it started just resonating. It started to click. Everything fell into place. The combat started feeling natural and good. The armor system and upgrades started making sense to me, and I saw a clear path on where to go. And then it just all in harmony. The Holy Trinity. I don't know how to say it, but everything, the combat, the story, and just the overall gameplay just came together, and it just felt whole. It felt right. And I was in. I just recorded them. I was uploading them episode after episode after episode. You guys saw like a new episode a day for the finale here. It's been a blast. It's been so much fun. I love games like this. It grew on me. It took a little while to grow on me. Sometimes games grab me from the very beginning. This game interests me at the very beginning, but it didn't really suck me in until about the midpoint. And so I definitely give this game a 10 out of 10. This is a game that you're going to want to play for the whole ride. And normally I don't dive so much into the weeds of story-based games. Like I played all the way through Uncharted 4, and I didn't explore too much and find all the treasures. I wasn't interested in that. But this game got me hooked. I got the best armor. I got all the way up to level 9. I was researching how to get to level 9. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So far, this is my favorite game this year. It really is. I think. I don't know what other games came out this year. I don't want to say, I don't want to. I mean, part of me wants to pick favorites, but other parts of me don't. Some parts of me want to be like, well, let's see what other games have been released this year so far. Just out of curiosity. So, God of War, of course. I haven't played Fortnite. I haven't played Monster Hunter. I haven't played Subnautica. Celeste is good. Into the Breach I haven't played. I'm just looking up a Game of the Year list right now. I'm just clicking all these articles really quick. I wish I had played, but Fortnite was really a last year game. That was a 2017 game, Maybe the official release was this year. I don't know. I haven't played A Way Out. I haven't played Crackdown. Haven't played Detroit Become Human. Haven't played Far Cry. God of War, yes, though. Played that. Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out this year. Sea of Thieves was fun, but I would not classify as a game of the year. Spider-Man's coming out. That's going to be a great game, I think. Super Smash Bros. For the Switch is not out yet. What else we got here? Nintendo Labo. Good stuff, but, I mean, does that really count as game of the year? I don't think so. I mean, God of War, man. It's all about God of War. Sea of Thieves so far is good, but it's just not what Monster Hunter World was a big game, but I didn't play it. My wife plays it. Red Dead Redemption 2. That's coming out soon. Bayonetta 3 and Yoshi something or other coming out for the Switch eventually. I'm just happy to play this game, you know what I mean? Like, there's about a handful of games each year that are not only big successes, but really are very touching games for me, if that makes sense. And I'd have to go through each and every year. Pretty much Nintendo knocks it out of the park every year, right? I mean, we got Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey in one year. That was just fantastic. This year, Nintendo, but don't forget Splatoon 2, right? I mean, those are just amazing games. Games that I love. I feel like I need to pull up a list because I don't quite have it on me, right? Like, I don't quite recall. For 2017, okay, here it is. 2017. We're talking Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Resident Evil 7. Those were all fantastic games. Cuphead, even. Destiny 2 is great, but I don't know that I would put it on my list. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, another amazing game. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, fantastic game. Splatoon 2, fantastic game. Injustice 2 was fun. South Park: The Fractured But Whole, another phenomenal game that I played and loved. ARMS is okay. Every year, there are a handful of games that just make my list. And I'm like, yes. I'm just glad I played it. This year, it's God of War. And this, so here's the thing. AAA games, sometimes they come out, and they're popular, and they're good, but they just appeal to the masses without being critically acclaimed. I'm looking at, like, I don't want to name names, but there are like a lot of like big AAA games that come out, and they're good, and they sell a lot of copies, but they just don't quite stand the test of time. You forget about them later. This game is going to be remembered. This game, I own the previous God of War games. I never played them, but I own them because of the name, God of War, and they had like a sale or something, and so I bought them. I never played them though because I didn't really enjoy the theme or the combat. It's the same type of reasons I've never played Dark Souls. Like, I don't really enjoy the environment and the theme of Dark Souls. But this one really struck me because it's a more realistic, more open theme. Not as dark, not as gritty. This one is more open to exploration, more open to ideas, more open to different skills and a variety of gameplay styles. At least that's what I think. Like I said, I haven't played the others. But I'm just saying, every year there are games where it just happens to fall in line. This year we got Red Dead Redemption 2, Monster Hunter World, Detroit, Far Cry 5, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Sea of Thieves, God of War. We're gonna have Smash, we're gonna have Mario Tennis Aces. So it's gonna be a fun year. But thus far, I think this game is my favorite this year. I'm Googling, I can't find any other games that I know that I'm gonna like better. 2019 is gonna be a good year, obviously. So we talked about 2017, 2016. We're looking at games. Doom was great, I love Doom. That was a great game. The Batman Telltale series, I guess, started then, and then we had a sequel this year, last year. It's all getting kind of confused. And then I'm looking, just Uncharted 4, of course, 2016 was probably one of my favorite games of the year. Dead Rising 4 was okay. There was a BioShock reboot. Man. Don't forget, when was Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2? Was that 2015? I don't even know. Let's not go too far back, though, because we're starting to get more and more... is the word irrelevant? Because, you know, as each year goes on, games get better, more involved, more complicated, more speaking to the times. And I know that I read some reviews. They were basically saying that the new God of War, you know, wasn't playing up the mature themes enough. It was kind of playing it up to the people who were complaining about the excessive violence and sexuality of the previous God of War games, trying to, I don't know the word, be more virtuous. I don't know what the word is. But this really is a game of its time and a game that needs to be seen at this time. It's still pretty violent. There were some scenes that I saw where I felt like they were kind of censoring the violence away from the player a little bit. I couldn't tell if that was just a technical issue or if it was like they were just trying to play it cool. But this game is mature, and it's mature in a different way. I mean, sometimes, don't get me wrong, I like nudity as much as the next guy. But sometimes nudity and violence and language and other coarse materials, rough materials, you know, that aren't meant for, you know, children, of course, that are meant for more mature audiences, sometimes those can be used to the point that they're immature. And I would cite kind of, you know, spoof games a little bit, you know, like maybe Happy Wheels, you know, uses violence in just kind of a fun, immature way. And I don't mean the word immature as a degrading way. And language and nudity, you know, can be used in the same way. Certain dating sims, maybe even some of the Duke Nukem reboot that they did. So sometimes, yeah, the nudity and the coarse language can be used immaturely for fun, lightheartedness. I'm not trying to say it in a negative way at all. But when I do say the word mature, I mean that in a very positive way. God of War handles these themes, sexuality. There's hardly no sexuality in this game. So I guess I would say instead of sexuality, I would say violence, other adult themes, language, handled in a there is some minor sexuality, but handled very, very maturely. And I mean that in a very positive way. I don't mean that in like a watered down way. I mean that it's been repackaged for, it really speaks to adults in a way without just trying to hit them with like an overload of sexuality or an overload of violence just for the sake of doing it. And so, yeah, maybe for now, I mean, you could definitely handle nudity in a very mature way, obviously. You can definitely do that. And they didn't include that in this game, that's fine. But what I'm saying is that they did a really good job packaging all the mature topics into this game to make them consumable by mature audiences without hitting them over the head with themes that are just nonsense. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's a just critique to say that, you know, hey, they're giving in to the current society who shies away from that stuff. I don't think so. I don't think that was what they're doing at all. You know, there's some complaints about The Last of Us 2 being too violent in their E3 trailers. Some people are saying, like, oh, it's too violent. But even then, you know, I don't think for The Last of Us 2 that what I saw of the violence, I don't think they're trying to just be excessively violent just to cause controversy. You know, we're not playing in like the 90s anymore. I think it's excessively violent to show a point that the world and the story they're trying to tell is a very brutal one. In this game, there were some scenes of very extreme violence that I think were well suited for this game and for the tone that they were going for. Again, don't get me wrong. I would have loved to see some titties in this game. I heard that the previous God of War had that. I don't know. I haven't played them. I should Google images, right? Google image search God of War titties, right? No, I'm playing. But you know, they obviously didn't need that to tell this story. And how awkward would it be for Kratos to be with his son and like go into like titty bars or whatever the hell they were doing in the previous games? I don't even know. I haven't even played the previous games. I can't really comment on this. All I'm saying is that was one of the criticisms that I read about when I started playing this game, is that it didn't have some of those things, you know, and the criticism was that they're just trying to I don't know, play it safe. I don't think they played it safe at all this game. This game, they did very well on. Very well. These are long credits. I'm trying to fill the gaps of what to say. I mean, we saw like basically the secret ending to the game that a lot of people won't know about. They will be exploring, but eventually you're going to want to return home so that you can sleep for years and then see what looks like Thor. I think that's Thor, am I right? Is that God? Let me Google. God of War, secret ending. Who is it? Who is it? Is it Thor? You know, I want to know who's talking here. Yes, it is Thor, the thunder god. And so, yeah, we never got to face off against Thor, but he's going to be pretty mad, I bet. This game is ripe for a sequel. But you're always wondering how long these things take. How long did the development of this take? If you take a look at the Uncharted series, which I use as a comparison because they're both kind of PS4 exclusives. If you look at the Uncharted series, we're talking, the first one came out in 2007 for the PS3. Great game. I played it. The second one came out 2 years later in 2009 for the PS3 as well. Great game, also played it. The third one, 2 years later, we're talking 2011. Again, we're talking PS3. Then, this is the craziest part, 5 years until Uncharted 4 came out. 2016. 5 years after 2011, did Uncharted 4 come out. And that was released for the PlayStation 4, so the next generation of consoles. Will we get an Uncharted 5 for the PS4, or maybe do we wait until the PlayStation 5, or whatever? Who knows? We got the Lost Legacy 1 year later, which is great, DLC. Probably used some of the same resources, of course. It was fine, it was a great game, I loved it. But I'm wondering, will we get an Uncharted 5? And if so, is it another 5 years away? We're talking 2020, 2021. I don't know. These games take longer and longer to develop because of the fact that they are just so much better. A lot more goes into them. These are multi-million-dollar games. So, one thing I want to do is look right now, with me not knowing about the franchise hardly at all. What was cool about this is if they would have called this God of War 4, I don't think it would have done the series justice. This is a true reboot of same characters, same stories, or same. It still has the same background story, but this is like you can come into the story without knowing anything, and I proved that because I don't really know hardly anything about the previous God of War series. You guys have told me in the comments, but I haven't really paid too much attention to what that is. So, let's take a look. God of War 2005. Really? 13 years ago? Wow. God of War 2, 2 years later, 2007. God of War 3, 3 years later, 2010. Now 8 years later. They've had a bunch of other like little things. God of War Ascension. That was for the PS3. I did a quick play of that. Wasn't super excited about it. But God of War 3 Remastered in 2015, 3 years later. God of War. Wow. God of War. Which is really God of War 4. And that takes place that was released 8 years. Wow. After God of War 3. So we're looking at like either a super long development, or just maybe they didn't know what to do with the story. And so it could be, maybe, who knows, maybe this follows Tomb Raider's release. They had a Tomb Raider reboot, and then, you know what they did? They did a reboot in 2013, right? So you can look at Tomb Raider. It was a reboot, right? This is not necessarily a reboot. I like how this actually takes into account the previous story stuff, and so does Uncharted. But Tomb Raider was rebooted in 2013. And then 2 years later, Rise of the Tomb Raider. And then 3 years later, in 2018, there will be Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So maybe in 2 or 3 years, we get another God of War. Building off of this new story with him and Atreus. Similar mechanics I could see. Similar characters I could see. Like maybe it's so much of a good thing that they followed the Tomb Raider, strategy. Where they rebooted Tomb Raider. They made it so much better than the old strategy that they left a lot of stuff behind. They left a lot of stuff behind here in terms of mechanics. Not necessarily story, but in terms of mechanics and the whole feeling of the game and the vibe. And the fact that they're introducing a whole bunch of new mechanics from my understanding. So I could see God of War basically following that. I guess it would be fair to call it a business model. I could see God of War following a very similar business model, where now that we have a game in 2018, maybe 2020 we see a new God of War. I don't know what they'll call it. Just follow the Tomb Raider, Rise of God of War, Shadow of God of War. No, I don't know. All I'm saying is I hope we don't have to wait so long. I wouldn't even mind if there was DLC where we got to explore those other realms that were blocked off in the travel room. That would be cool for DLC. Give us some more challenges. Let us get some more armor. It would be really cool if they released another game and let us carry over the armor. No. Another thing. Okay, here's the other thing. You gotta love these type of games, single-player games, that aren't all about you playing 24/7. I'm looking at you, Destiny. I'm looking at you, Fortnite. I'm looking at all sorts of new live-based games where they try to get you to keep playing. They have staggered releases of like a new weapon this week, a new weapon that week, or they have new events planned out. I do like that model. I really do. I mean, I love it in Splatoon. I like what they're doing with Super Mario Odyssey. But this is a more traditional game where it's like a single-player experience. You play it, you beat it, you're good. Afterwards, you can grind. I chose to grind before we ended the game so that I could have everything and I could package it succinctly in the playlist for you guys to watch. But this is a special kind of game. I mean, this type of game is falling out of favor. And only big studios, big AAA games are still releasing games like this. We're talking like being released directly by or in close conjunction with Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, things like that. Other games are moving more towards the live content strategy where they may be sure they have a story mode, but their strategies to keep you playing for as long as they can, for as often as they can. So God of War commanded my attention for a month or two. Especially recently, had me keep playing for hours and hours, but now that I've maxed out everything, now that I basically have found everything in this game, I don't have a huge drive to go back in and play more because it's already done. So, what would get me back in is DLC. And maybe they do that. They did that with Zelda Breath of the Wild. They had some DLC that got me back in. They had one that was basically just a gameplay and mechanics-based DLC. And then they had a kind of a story-based DLC which was much more expansive, but there was a story to go along with it, and that was very fun as well. And so I could see that going either way with God of War, or maybe they take the strategy with Uncharted. Maybe they have like and the same thing with The Last of Us. Maybe they have. This game stands on its own. I know they're making a new game plus. They let you go through the game and the story with your current equipment, with your upgraded equipment, which will be really fun to blaze through. Maybe a live stream material, I don't know. So maybe they go the Uncharted path. Maybe they have a quick spin-off of like a short 6-hour DLC. Who knows? Maybe they go some other path where they have a couple of other DLCs released, other modes released to keep you playing in case you just really want to grind some more. I don't know what they do, and maybe in a couple years, they release a brand new God of War. That would be ideal. That would be so cool, but you gotta think about it like this. Another thing is that this game, along with Uncharted, are tied to the PlayStation platform. How much longer is the PlayStation 4 gonna be out? What's the life cycle of the PS4? Are they coming out with the PS5 next year, the year after? At least by 2020, you gotta think they're coming out with the PS5. So are they gonna make the next God of War for that? I'm playing this on the PS4 Pro. They already have a middle step between PS4 and PS5. Will there be a PS5? I think so. I've heard rumors. Now, I'm pretty deep within the news and the industry. I hear rumors. I hear things that I'm not allowed to talk about as well. But the rumors that I hear is that there's going to be one more solid generation of consoles for sure. There's going to be another Nintendo. There's going to be another PlayStation. There's going to be another Xbox. But after that, who knows? We don't know. They don't know. The game console makers do not know if they are going to continue. If they're going to be able to continue. Nintendo probably will. Because Nintendo really creates niches and sticks with them and puts their own thing into the niche. Microsoft is already making moves to make their Xbox service a multi-platform service. Don't believe me? Check it out. They got an app on the phone. PlayStation does too. But furthermore, Xbox has a big app on the PC, Windows platform. Windows and Microsoft especially, is expanding their Xbox service to not just be tied to a console. They want you to play Xbox on your phone. Eventually, they do. They want you right now to play it either on a console or on a Windows device or on your phone. And you can see that because the Xbox Live service syncs perfectly with your PC. I played Recore, an Xbox Live game, on the PC. I play Sea of Thieves on the PC. They're making moves away from the console because they're anticipating a future in which consoles aren't really the big thing. If you look at the biggest game this year, Fortnite, they know the future is multi-platform. They have Fortnite on every platform, even mobile. They know that they do not want to be tied down. But games like God of War, they're heavily funded by companies like Sony. Same with Uncharted. And right now, Sony is a hardware manufacturer. They're selling us PlayStations cameras, TVs, things like that, experiences like that. Sony's pretty tied right now to the idea of a console, but if they figure out a way, if you look at the products that they're working on and the products that they're tinkering with, look at their what is it called? Like the PlayStation, it's like basically like a PlayStation Live service. It's to stream games. The future, what I'm trying to work up to, guys, I just dropped my controller. What I'm trying to work up to, guys, the future that consoles and gaming services are moving towards, and I think eventually even Nintendo. I can't comment on Nintendo, I don't know. But they're gonna start streaming games. They already have that in the works. Look at all the platforms on Windows, like Steam and whatnot. Xbox Live, even on your phone. So much content is now stored on their servers. Physical copies of games, they're out in the stores, but when's the last time you bought one? Maybe you still buy them, maybe you don't anymore. I mostly buy digital. I still buy physical of Nintendo Switch games because I like them. But I haven't bought a physical Xbox or PlayStation game in a while. Same with mobile games. I haven't bought a physical PC game in years. So what I'm saying is that they are moving more towards an ecosystem where you're not going to exactly own your game in terms of physical copy. Not only are games moving more towards live services where they expect you to play all the time, but they're moving more towards you don't even own the games. You just play the games. Sure, there's a save file, there's an actual copy of the game on your console, but eventually things are going to move towards streaming the actual games. I don't know how long it's going to take. You're talking the life cycle of a console to be several years, so we still got several more years tied to consoles. But after that, are we going to be streaming like we're streaming Netflix? You know how many people don't even rent videos anymore at an actual video store? They stream Netflix or Amazon Prime. That's the future of gaming. That's what they're moving towards. And so maybe they have different services that you can sign up for. Maybe various console manufacturers still sell their consoles, and then you can sign up for a service on their console. Like you get an Xbox, you can watch Netflix on an Xbox, you can watch Netflix on a PS4, you can watch Netflix on PC or a Roku box or whatever. I'm seeing this play out. I don't know for sure how quickly it's going to go or how successful it's going to be. We still have several more years of being tied to consoles. Like I said, there's going to be a PS5, there's going to be another Xbox, there's going to be another Nintendo. I'm talking a generation after that. They don't quite know if they're going to be manufacturing brand new hardware. They don't know if there's going to be a PS6. They don't know if there's going to be an Xbox after the Xbox, whatever's after the Xbox One. You know, whatever's after that. Xbox 2, I don't know what they're going to call it, but is there going to be an Xbox 3? Who knows? If you look at the moves they're making, there's already an Xbox Live service. There's already like a PlayStation streaming service where you don't even, you just stream the games and you play them. That's a whole new thing. Same with TV. The moves that the music industry is making. Has anyone ever bought a physical copy of anything in music lately? Have you guys? Do you guys even buy digital music anymore, or do you stream it? You know what I'm saying? That's the same way TV's going. Do you guys even buy TV anymore, or do you subscribe and stream it? It's weird to think about, but just a handful of years ago, we were buying physical copies of TV and movies. Now, well, then it went to like, well, you can buy digital copies of TV and movies, but now it's like, how about you just stream them or rent them and stream them? So the same thing's gonna happen to games. I don't know how I like it, but I know that I already download games. I buy digital copies of games. Eventually, as soon as they can stream those without you experiencing very much lag, they're gonna do that. That's the future. So if we're looking at the next God of War, who knows? We're back at present day.
Atreus, are you ready?
Yeah, but I had the weirdest dream. Fimbulwinter was ending, and Thor came for us, here at the house.
It was only a dream.
But it felt different. It felt real. It felt like The future.
Then we will worry about it tomorrow. Today, there are still things we can do. Come.
All right. So we'll step out. I don't know what's going to be out here. We've got a store? No. So yeah, so now it's kind of a wintry place. And sure, we have some more things to do. But I'm pretty much done. I'm pretty much set. 93%. Like I said, I never intended on this being a 100% playthrough. But I can go through later if I want to and do that. That was a long credits. That was a long time for me talking. I appreciate you guys being here and for watching this episode. I don't know if you guys made it this far, but that's what the YouTube scroll bar is for, so you can fast forward. The whole point I'm trying to make is if they make another God of War, it's going to be on the cusp of when the PS5 is going to be coming out. So are they going to wait till the PS5 comes out for the next God of War? Probably. But then after that, are we talking about another God of War on the PS5 as well? Or are we talking about God of War being like a game that you stream? I hope that I'm wrong, because so much about games and the fidelity that you see is from... I still think there's going to be a market. I still think there's going to be a market for big games to be owned, or at least very downloaded, so that you get all the quality. There's going to be some quality loss in streaming. Even if you watch Netflix or Amazon Prime or even YouTube, you see that the quality is not as good as if you had played it on like a Blu-ray, for example. And some people just don't care about that because everyone's on their phones. Everyone's just on their TV sitting a decent pace away. But as for someone like me who still loves PC gaming because it's like the best quality, I hope that there are actual things that we download and live on our devices and is not just a constant stream. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. I know I kind of went on a huge tangent. I love this game. 10 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. I'm Zack Scott. Subscribe if you have not. If you like this video and want to help this channel grow, all you gotta do is click the like button below. Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other awesome videos. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Join my Discord. And if you want cool shirts like this, visit ZackScottGames.shop.